I'm back in Florida for a quick visit, including chasing a bunch of Brightline trains from Jupiter to Orlando and multiple stops in between. We'll start as far south as my train chasing travels took me, in Jupiter at the Loxahatchee River Bridge, and work north from there. We'll start here with a southbound 10-coach train. In late 2025, Brightline mixed up its fleet to include extended 10-coach trains. These trains have 3 premium and 7 smart class coaches. Right around the corner, south of the bridge, it met a northbound at the location of the former temporary CP Indian Town that was in place during the Orlando expansion construction between Center Street and Indiantown Road. And here is that northbound crossing the bridge. I also caught 2 Florida East Coast Railway freight trains while I was here. Check out the link above for a look at them. We'll move up to Stuart for the next catches at the Fairgrounds and St. Lucie River Bridge, starting with the 10-coach Orlando Health Wrap right before sunset. A few minutes after sunset sees the Freedom Express America 250 wrap northbound. The following morning sees me at the Stuart Drawbridge across the St. Lucie River for a southbound 10-coach train. We'll head slightly north to the Walton Road crossing. Here we see the Orlando Health Wrap train again. Here it is passing through CP Port St. Lucie. Fort Pierce is next, with catches at Savannah Road on the south side of FEC's Fort Pierce Yard and at Taylor Creek. Now at Savannah Road for the northbound America 250 wrap. The two tracks on the left here are the main lines, with the right track being the extended Fort Pierce Yard lead. And here it is, passing by the yard. Now at Taylor Creek for southbound. And now a northbound 4-coach train wrapped for the Palm Beaches. The Sebastian River Bridge is next, near Roseland. Here we are starting with the Orlando Health train. And now a southbound train. The river was almost calm enough here for a perfect reflection off the water. Melbourne and Palm Bay are next, starting with a few catches at Turkey Creek. Here we have the America 250 train, passing a portion of my newly made custom model of the same train. A 4-coach train, wrapped for Royal Caribbean's new Legend of the Seas ship, is next. And now the America 250 train again, with my full model. Now at the Crane Creek Bridge in downtown Melbourne for the Palm Beaches wrap, northbound. Moving to the ground at that first crossing, New Haven Avenue, for a 10-coach train, also northbound. Continuing on to Rockledge and the Cocoa Curve. Here we are starting with the Orlando Health Wrap. Now at the Cocoa Curve for the Royal Caribbean wrap, southbound. This is where the Brightline owned Orlando line comes alongside the Florida East Coast Railway main line. The right two tracks are Brightlines, then the Cemex City Point lead in the middle, with FEC's two main lines on the left. Past Michigan Avenue is CP Cocoa, where Brightline joins into the FEC tracks for the rest of the trip to Miami. Our last stop is over on the Orlando line for two back-to-back catches at Dallas Blvd, starting with the Royal Caribbean wrap. At certain times of the week, Brightline runs back-to-back departures 15 minutes apart, with these catches being an example. The second train here is the 4-coach Bright Pink. As part of the fleet changes at the end of 2025, Brightline returned some trains to 4-coach trains for additional South Florida service, with the 10-coach trains primarily serving Orlando. There is a rotation to bring the 4-coach trains to Orlando to provide additional servicing at the base camp vehicle maintenance facility for maintenance beyond the capabilities of the more limited Workshop B running repair facility in West Palm Beach, which is where the 4-coach trains are primarily based. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also check out my social media pages